We've shown on the show today, we've got 5 pounds of 36 40 count raw shrimp for just $24.95. We've got the 2 pounds of battered cheese sticks that you can do in the oven at home for just $6.99. And we've got 5 pounds of these great steamed, fully cooked chicken wings for just $9.99. Restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices only at Johnny's. And don't forget to go to our webpage now, www.johnnysinc.com. Now let's go see Roger Tappan, see what he's got going on in the kitchen. Welcome to Johnny's, home of restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. At Johnny's, we have foods you just can't get anywhere else. We've got a 3-ounce Black Angus hot dog that you can get at Johnny's. How about a pizza burger that you open up and you got all this cheese running out? Oh, it's so delicious. And we have a Black Angus burger. Hey, Black Angus burgers, $27.95 for 10 pounds. That's 70 cents a burger. We're located right off 81 and right on Route 11 in Chambersburg. Well, I'm here with Roger Tappan in the kitchen here at Johnny's. Now, we were talking about the appetizers, the battered and the versus breaded, oven versus deep fried. I'm here with Roger today, so Roger can give us some pointers and tips on if you do want to deep fry in your house, or if you just want to do it in the oven. We're going to take these battered products, and Roger, tell us what we do with them.
Okay, Rod. Some people have electrical frying appliances at home and some do not. In either case, we want to start with a good grade vegetable oil or maybe canola oil. And we'll take, let's start with a Dutch oven. We can use a good stock pot. Skillets typically do not have high enough walls for safety. Okay. So let's use a high walled pan and a sturdy pan. We're going to take our vegetable oil and fill it to just below the halfway point. Never over halfway for safety. Then we're going to heat the pot of oil on, aggressive heat, medium-high. How do we know when it's ready? How do we know when it's ready? A couple different ways.
Should I stick my finger in it, Roger?
No, you don't want to do that.
No fingers. Okay. No fingers in the oil.
We can take an instant reading thermometer, and this will be the case with your electrical appliance also, too.
So if you got like the $20 Fry Daddy, if you're using one of those, they come to temp on their own, I guess.
They do, and some have indicator lights, but just to double check, or if you don't trust the indicator light, take an instant reading thermometer and hold it down at least 1.5 inches in the oil, and in about 7 seconds your temperature needle will stop and you'll know exactly where you are. We want to get to about 350 to 360 degrees. Now another way to do that, to tell if your oil is ready, you can take tear off a piece of white bread, 1 inch, 1.5 inch cube, and throw that in the oil. And if it browns in about 40 to 60 seconds, we're at about that 350. That's a little unscientific, and maybe this way is too, but it sure does work. This is my favorite way. Take one of your products and stick a tip of the product, just the tip down in the oil, so we don't commit the whole product to maybe a pot of oil that isn't ready. And you'll see if the oil's ready. You'll see a volatile reaction of bubbles as soon as you touch that. At that point, we know it's ready and we can commit. So we have the product in here, but we don't want to overfill. We don't want to put too many pieces in at once. It defeats the purpose because it just lowers the temperature of the oil and it takes longer to cook. So in a pot this size, maybe 6 mozzarella sticks or 6 mushrooms, 6 onion rings would probably be plenty. And you'll see the volatile action of the oil again when the moist product goes in here. It'll settle down a bit, and then as it starts to get done, that volatile action will resurface, and it's telling you, hey, pay attention, I'm getting done here. You'll see the surface of the oil bubble more aggressively, and you can actually hear it. Okay, when you notice that point, give it about 20 more seconds. Use a sieve or a slotted spoon and take it out onto a pan lined with paper towels and blot it. Give it a few minutes to rest so it's not too piping hot, and then you're ready to serve. And that's about all there is to frying.
Well, Roger, I got to chuckle a little bit because you give all those techniques that chefies know about testing the product and this and that. But I bet you on the back of that bag, you'll see that it's 3.5 minutes in 350. Just how about it?
There's instructions.
But I mean, there are instructions on the bag. Now, this is the product we're selling for $6.99 for 2 pounds of these gourmet cheese sticks. That's only $0.25 a piece, so you don't want to miss out on those.
Now, Rod, let's go over the oven procedure. I've got my oven at 425 degrees and it is preheated. I'm going to take a pan and line it with foil. Remember that aluminum foil has two sides. One is shiny and one is a little more dull. Put the shiny side up just because it's more reflective. Then I'm going to take a good grade vegetable oil and put a light spray in the pan. That's all that's necessary. And put my mozzarella sticks on here and spread them out just enough that we get good air circulation. At that point, cooking spray again, very light, doesn't take much. They're ready for the oven.
The cooking spray will help crisp them up a little bit and give them a brown, especially if you're doing them in the oven.
That's exactly right. Now, we'll let that go for about 8 minutes. And then I want to visually check it and go in and turn it over using my tongs and probably finish it for 8 to 10 minutes more. It's going to fleck with brown color at the edges and finish nicely. Really visually, you just can't tell them apart from the oven, from the fryer, excuse me. Now, another tip is when you take them out of the oven, and I've got some Miracle television here.
Okay, we love TV. All right,
these are done.
There you go.
Allow them to rest in the open air for about 3 to 4 minutes, and that will help crisp them up. And that resting period really doesn't cool them off too much because that batter coating serves as a protective shell. So they're plenty hot to bite into and ready to serve.
So we've got almost 3/4 of an ounce of cheese inside of here, and then we have the cheese stick itself. It's a great product. The only difference between the oven and the fryer, the oven's going to take a little bit longer, but the end result is going to be the same delicious product here at Johnny's. Restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices. Well, Roger, thanks for those tips on frying and oven. Let's get back to Roger here in a minute. We're going to go over sauces for those great wings and meatballs. And remember, we've got 5 pounds of shrimp, 36.40 count, $24.95. We've got 5 pounds of those steamed wings, $9.99. We've got 2 pounds of these battered cheese sticks, just $6.99, all at Johnny's. Well, I'm back here with Roger, and Brent told us about these great quality meatballs here at Johnny's. Roger, I got the meatballs, I just pulled them out of the oven. Now what I do with them to make them extraordinary?
Well, Roger, we make it pretty easy for you here at Johnny's. We've got some terrific, ready-to-use sauces. A beautiful sweet and sour, teriyaki, zesty orange, and the best marinara sauce I've ever experienced. Now, if that's a lot for you, you can portion this down and freeze it. It freezes very well. Put your meatballs in an ovenable pan, incrementally add the sauce, stir it up to get it coated, cover it lightly, put it in the oven, and then just before ready to serve, see if you might need just a little more dressing of these wonderful, wonderful sauces.
I got that down. I can do that. The next item, Roger, we were talking about others, is great wings.
Yes, all those terrific wings, and I love the pre-cooked wings because of the safety factor. But here we have some wings, and let's say they just came out of the fryer, and we want to blot them on paper towels to get some of that excess oil off. And then we're going to take some of one of our 6 varieties of shelf-stable sauces, and we're going to do that, add those incrementally, and then all we need to do is to take our blotted wings, stir them into that sauce in a bowl. Curvature of the bowl helps coat them. Very simple, just like this. Once they're coated, they're ready to serve.
Wow. They're ready to go, and they're so inexpensive. Brent said we got these $9.99 for 5 pounds. Fantastic price here at Johnny's. Now listen, we've had a great time today. We learned a lot about shrimp. Now remember, we've got 5 pounds of 36.40 shrimp for just $24.95. We've got 2 pounds battered cheese sticks for just $6.99, and we've got 5 pounds of these fully cooked steamed wings, just $9.99. You gotta get to Johnny's now to buy these great products, restaurant quality foods at wholesale prices.